Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining Yoga with Leanna. Today we've got a total body flow and we're going to throw in a whole lot of different arm balances. Just do what you can, have fun with it, and let's get started. Come to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Try to find a little bit more space between each of your vertebrae. And root down into your sitting bones. And draw your shoulder blades together behind your back. And also draw them down, finding that little lift to the front of the chest. And soften the muscles in your face. And take a couple deeper breaths in and out through your nose. Good. Explore breathing into all the parts of the lungs, even the backs of the lungs. Good. Then bring your knuckles to the sides of your head. Inhale, open up your chest forward as the elbows draw back. Then exhale, round the elbows in, rounding the upper back. Good. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, this time stay open. Exhale, twist to your right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale back to center and make your way into downward facing dog. Good. Come on forward into high plank. And then notice both of your hands and act like you want to open up some mason jars away from each other. So the left hand is opening up the mason jar to the left, and the right hand is opening it up to the right. So you kind of have a little bit of spinning going on there. Try to keep that going. Take an inhale. Then exhale, come on back into down dog. And you should feel a little bit of a difference in the upper back and the shoulders with that sensation of the mason jar opening. Good. Try to lift through the arches of your feet. And use the core to lift the hips. One more deep breath. Good. Inhale, come back into high plank. Then exhale, make your way into forearm plank. All right, drive those forearms into the mat, but not so much to where you're collapsing in the chest. Try to keep that broadness across the collarbones. Good, engage the quads and draw the tailbone towards your heels. And just a little bit, begin to rock forward and back on your toes. And playing with shifting a little bit more weight into the forearms. And let's come back into forearm plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your hips, uncurl the toes. And let's find a sphinx. Good. Press down into the tops of the feet. And then reach the heart forward as you draw the elbows back. So it's almost like your elbows and your hands want to pull the mat back so that your heart can reach forward. Good. Let's lower down, hands under the shoulders. Press back into child's pose. And walk your hands pretty far forward so the arms are straight. But at the same time, reach your sitting bones back towards your heels. And press firmly into the hands. And let your chest sink down towards the mat. All right, ease your way into down dog. And inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Then inhale, come up into high lunge, root into the feet as you reach up through the hands. Good. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, lightly step your foot through. And inhale, press up, high lunge, root into the feet. Good. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, press up, left glute is strong. Exhale, hands down, step back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, step through. Inhale, high lunge, right glute is strong. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just one more. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, press up, really lift through the ribs. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, step through. Inhale, reach the ribs. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the heart forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Look up, press your palms together. Exhale, palms in front of your heart. Palms face forward, mountain. Good. Inhale, reach your arms. And now exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good. Find that same lift up through the arches of your feet. So it's almost like you've got a strap under your, the soles of your feet, and like you're lifting up on those straps. And engage the belly. And try to bring your biceps in the same line as your ears. Often I see people way far forward. Try to bring them up here and feel that engagement in the back. All right, stay low in your chair, cactus your arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Good, get as long as you can from elbow to elbow. And sit a little bit deeper. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, switch. Good, always twisting more from the upper back, the rib cage area, that thoracic spine. Good, inhale back into a chair. Then exhale, interlace your hands together behind your back. Try to get the heels of the hands together if you can. Then inhale, draw your knuckles down, lift your heart up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep a good bend in the knees. And basically your knuckles are reaching away from your toes. So it's like you want to touch your knuckles to the ceiling or to the sky. The shoulders move away from the ears. And let your head and neck hang heavy. All right, release your hands down onto the mat. Let's heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Heels on, toes off. And come on down for Malasana, yogi squat. So in this pose, I used to always just kind of like relax into it. If you want it to be a little bit more juicy, lift your sitting bones a little further away from the mat so your muscles are really supporting you there. And then with your elbows, gently press into the knees as the knees press back into the elbows. So those inner thighs are having to work a little bit as you're opening them up. Good, lift up through the heart. And take a couple more breaths here. All right, hands down, hips up. Bring your feet about 2 fist distances apart. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms sweep up, look up and press your palms together. Exhale, palms to heart center. And palms face forward. All right, shift everything into your right leg. Bring your left knee into your chest. And palms together. Notice your outer right hip, firm it in. Engage the right quad. Try to keep all that going as you open up the left knee. And try not to use your hands as you place your foot into tree pose. And if you didn't like where it landed, you can bring it a little higher or lower depending on where you feel comfortable. With your foot, press into your thigh. And with your thigh, press back into your foot. Whew. Good. From the pit of the belly, lift up. If you want to play with it, reach your arms up. That same biceps in line with the ears. And reach up through the ring fingers. Good. So you're reaching as much as you can reach, but keeping both sides of the neck long. So not necessarily like pulling the shoulders down. You're actually lifting them up, but just keeping the sides of the neck long. Nice. Vrikshasana, tree pose. One more breath. All right, bring the palms back together in front of the heart. Bring your left knee into your chest. And any amount, straighten your leg forward. Good. Keep pressing through the standing foot. Lift up from behind the belly. Flex that left quad. Good. Nice and slow. Warrior 3. Engage the belly. Reach back through the left heel. You should feel that left glute working. And keep pressing into the standing foot. Maybe reach both arms straight forward. That same biceps in line with the ears situation. And that same reach through the fingers. especially the ring fingers. Good. Bend the standing knee. Step back into warrior one. Interlace your hands together behind the back. Heels of the hands touching if you can. Inhale, knuckles draw down, heart lifts up. Exhale, humble warrior. Good. Keep a really strong connection to the back foot. It's kind of like your back foot wants to drag the yoga mat towards the front. Right sitting bone is right in line with the right heel. And those knuckles are reaching away from the mat. So shoulders away from the ears. Head and neck are relaxed. Good. Inhale, pull up into warrior one. Exhale, palms together. Step forward. Mountain. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Shift into your left foot and bring your right knee in. Start with the outer left hip, firm it in as you engage the left quad and press into that standing foot. Good. Bring your right knee nice and wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, place your foot into tree pose. And if you want to move it, feel free to move it. So the key here is squeezing your inner thigh and your foot together. That squeeze kind of zips everything up and helps with the balance. Outer left hip is still firming in, and then maybe arms reach up. It's like you're squeezing a block between your hands. Reach up through the ring fingers and keep the face soft. Always the hardest part, right? Bring your palms back in front of your heart. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, any amount, straighten. Flex that right quad, lift up from behind the belly. Press into your standing foot. Good, nice and slow. Warrior three. Virabhadrasana C. Good, focus on that standing foot. Root down into it. Outer left hip in. And then focus on the lifted leg. Reach back through the right heel. Find the strength in the back of the right leg, especially the glute. Support the low back from the belly. And then maybe arms reach forward. There's that same squeeze of a block between the hands as you reach through the ring fingers. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the standing knee. Warrior one. Good. Find that strong warrior one. With the back foot, it's like you want to drag the mat forward. Keep that going. Interlace your hands together. Heels of the hands together if you can. Inhale, knuckles draw down, heart lifts up. Exhale, humble warrior. Keep that connection to the back foot. Left sitting bone in line with the left heel. And your knuckles should be really actively reaching up towards the ceiling. Nice. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, mountain. Nice tall spine for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms up, little baby back bend. Exhale, bend your knees and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into high plank. We're gonna move into some straight arm push-ups. I kind of forgot about these. They're kind of hard, but we got this. So basically, your body is going to stay in a plank position. And all that's going to happen is you're going to let your chest sink down at the shoulder joint. And then you press your chest back up. So it's almost like a little cat and cow action, but just in the upper back. So chest lowers, that space between the shoulder blades softens, and then you puff up the upper back. Let's take a few of those. And by the way, these are really nice for like forearm stand, headstand, or handstand prep. It builds a lot of good strength in the shoulders, but you can tell they're really tiring, even just doing a few, so you can always drop to the knees. All right, when you've had enough of those, come on back into down dog. And inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your right upper arm. Good, squeeze your knee into your arm. Find that strength from the deep core, and then try to lift your knee a little higher. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your left upper arm, twist. Use that core to lift the knee a bit higher. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Warrior two. All right, Virabhadrasana B, Warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg to start. Bring your hands to your hips. And I like the front hip to be lifted up in line with the back hip, or at least like try to go there. You're gonna feel a deep engagement there in that left side of the leg. Try to keep that as you rebend the front knee and come back into the pose. So yeah, you should feel that a lot right there. And press into the knife edge of the back foot. Make sure you can see the big toe and the second toe. And reach across the arms. Good. Let's bring the back hand behind the low back. Grab for the front inner thigh. And we'll take half bound side angle pose. I like my arm to be inside of my front leg. And then with that front leg, you're pressing into the arm as the arm is pressing back into the leg. Okay, try to roll that left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. And keep pressing strong into the back foot. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Reverse triangle. Good. Press your hips forward, relax your back shoulder. Breathe into that right side of the body. All right, cartwheel the arms down. Step back into high plank. Side plank, left hand down, right arm up. Option to stay here or to take your top leg into tree pose of Vrikshasana. And then it's that same deal where the thigh presses up into the foot as the foot presses into the thigh. Outer upper left arm firms in, and you might be able to lift the bottom hip so the back foot can plant all the way down onto the mat. Good. Open up across the chest. Nice and gentle, turn this into wild thing pose. Step the ball of your foot behind you. Lift your hips up. Reach your heart forward. And that top palm that's up in the air, face it down towards the floor and press it down. Good. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the left upper arm. Pause there. And drive the hands into the mat. Squeeze the knee into the arm and lift it a little higher. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your right upper arm, twist. Find those obliques, squeeze the knee in. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, warrior two. All right, same work on this side. Straighten the front leg. Let's bring the hands to the hips. And just try to get that front hip, the left hip, up in line with the right. So lift it up. Find that little squeeze there on the right side of your right leg. And then keep that little squeeze as you come back into warrior two. Good, really press into the pinky toe side of the back foot. Left sitting bone firms in as you draw the left knee wide to see the big toe. Nice, reach across the arms. Okay, we'll wrap the back hand behind the low back, grab for the front inner thigh, and we'll take half bound side angle pose. Good. Draw the left hip crease back as you reach the left ribs forward. And then I like to bring the front elbow inside of the front leg. And that left knee presses into the elbow as the elbow presses back into the knee. Good, reach the heart forward, keep pressing into that back foot as the right shoulder rolls on top of your body. Good, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Breathe into the left side body, relax the back shoulder. Good. Cartwheel the arms down. Step back into high plank. Side plank, right hand down, left arm up. Good. Same option here for tree pose with the top leg, Vrikshasana. With the bottom leg, press up into the foot as your foot presses into your leg. Outer upper right arm firms in. Open up across the collarbones. Okay, let's turn this into wild thing pose. Step the ball of your left foot behind you. Lift your hips up, reach your heart forward. Then that left palm, spin it down towards the floor and press it down. Good. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. And inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms sweep up, look up, press your palms together. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And palms face forward. All right, let's shift into the right foot. Bend the left knee and grab a hold of the inside of the ankle. Good, same deal as tree. Firm the outer right hip in. Engage that right quad. Right arm reaches up. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick back and kick up. Okay, so that standing leg is your base. Root down into that standing leg. Keep firming the outer right hip in. And then with your left shin, the shin that's up in the air, it's like you want to press it back towards the back of the room. And open up the left side of the chest. Reach up through the low ribs. This next transition is super hard. Let's stay with it. You guys got this. Warrior 3. So reach the left leg back, arms reach forward. Reach the left heel, reach through the ring fingers. Good, bring the left knee back into your chest. Woo, stand up nice and tall, inhale. Exhale, mountain pose. Be still here for a breath in and a breath out. All right, second side. Left leg is really, really strong. Outer left hip firms in. And grab a hold of the inner right ankle. Good, knees together to start. Left arm reaches up. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick. I see a lot of people in this one, like just kind of trying to go forward and like lean forward, but you want to create a bigger circle between the leg and the arm. So it's more about that kick, pressing the shin back. And you want those low ribs to lift up, creating a little bit more of a back bend in the upper back. All right, I'm regretting this transition into Warrior 3. Let's do it on this side. Nice and controlled. Warrior 3. Just for a few breaths, find that nice strong pose. Press into the left foot. Reach back through the right heel. Reach through the ring fingers. Good. Right knee comes back into the chest. Stand up really tall. Inhale. Exhale. Mountain pose. Be still for a breath. Good. Inhale, reach your arms, lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All right, making our way into crow pose. Bring your feet together. Spread your fingers wide and plant your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. So I'm like basically to the width of the mat. Bring your knees outside of your upper arms, clamp them in there. Lift up from the pit of the belly, but broaden across the collarbones. Look pretty far forward, and then think about going forward instead of going up. Once you're up there, squeeze the inner heels and the big toes towards each other, and keep reaching the heart forward as you squeeze the knees in. Let's hold this one for a few breaths. Okay, let's play with this. Jumping back into chaturanga, chest forward, feet back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. And let's turn all 10 toes to face the left. We'll go toes out, heels in, and come into goddess pose. Ooh, all right. This is the one I like to avoid because it's so hard. But for goddess, let's actually start with the thumbs inside of the knees. And just gently press the knees a bit wider. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down and look over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch sides. Good. Inhale back to center. And now the nice stuff is over. Let's find goddess. I needed that little mini break myself. Let's bring the knees a little bit wider. Draw the tailbone down, and you're going to feel that difference there as you sit lower. Good. With the back, it's almost like you're sitting up against a wall, so nice and flat there. Sway a little bit side to side. All right, then these awful things that I like to do sometimes. Let's lift the right heel up and pulse. That heel comes down, left heel comes up, pulse. All right, both heels up. I know, just for 5. Lift them a little higher. Okay, both heels down, star pose. Whew. Okay, let's come back into goddess, but let's bring the hands to the inner ankles. Then with the elbows, press the knees wide as the knees squeeze back into the elbows. So you should feel that the inner thighs are both stretching, but still a little bit engaged. Reach your sitting bones back as you reach your heart forward. And then sway a little bit side to side if that feels good. Good, hands down, hips up. Let's bring the toes in, heels out, and come into a forward fold. So if you guys want to come into headstand from this position, I don't recommend that you just stand on your head. It's a lot of pressure on your head. I never do that anymore because it hurts your neck. We would bring the knees to bend and almost come into like a wide-legged dolphin. And then you'd bring your head to the center and play with picking the feet up. Press down into the forearms, squeeze the legs together, and draw the tailbone towards the heels. And we'll meet back in that wide-legged forward fold. Let's come back into a down dog. And now we'll play with getting into headstand from the other way, which I think is actually a lot easier than that way. But it's nice to try it from a few different entry points. Let's come into high plank. And find your forearm plank. And walk your toes in for dolphin. Look back at your toes. Place the top of your head between the forearms. And then walk your feet in. Bend one knee and try to lift the knee up. Heel towards the butt. And then you can just hop and bring the other knee to the butt. So the hips are already where they are, right above the shoulders. Then press the feet up. And only about 30% of the weight should be in your head. The rest is in the forearms. Anytime that you're in headstand, from that position, come on into child's pose and just rest there for a breath or two afterwards. Good. Ease your way back into down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand. And come into this nice lunge. So with that back leg, I want you to lift up from behind the knee and really flex the quad, the glute too. Keeping that back leg as it is, walk your hands back a giant step. Hands are still about shoulder width distance or wider. And then bring the right shoulder underneath your right leg. Whew, hard to do, right? Doesn't have to go super far under there. Once you've got it, walk the front foot forward and off at a diagonal. Oops, got the block in the way. Move your chest forward. So the elbows bend like chaturanga, the chest moves forward. So you're balancing over that right upper arm. Squeeze the inner thighs in, flex the quads to lift off. Ekapada Kundanyasana. 1, I think. Whew. I don't like to hold that one for very long. Let's come back into down dog. And we'll do the second side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Good, so nothing about that back leg changes, and it's so important. Flex the right quad, flex the right glute, and then the heart or the sternum is reaching forward this whole time. Good, walk your hands back so your fingertips are about in line with your front heel. Shimmy the left shoulder underneath the left leg. Good, then all it is a little heel toe forward of the front foot. It usually goes off the mat to the left. Then you keep reaching your heart forward, keep engaging the back leg until you can squeeze those quads, squeeze the inner thighs, and take off. All right, Ekapada Kundanyasana. We did a lot to warm up into that one, but still, no matter how warm you are, it's still really hard. Let's come back into down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, lower all the way down to your seat. And we'll meet in Dandasana, staff pose, legs out long. Sit up nice and tall here. Okay, quad stretchy time. Bring your right leg into Virasana. So right heel towards the butt, right knee forward. And place your left foot to where your left knee is. Hands behind you. Inhale, press up. Good. With the right shin, press into the mat and pull forward. Press into the hands to lift the heart. Good. Let's lower it down. We'll meet back in Dandasana, staff pose. Good. Then second side, left leg comes into Virasana. Right foot to where the knee is. Hands behind you. Inhale, press up. With the left shin, press into the mat and pull forward as you lift up through the heart space. And lower all the way down. We'll meet back in Dandasana. Good. Bring the right knee on top of the left knee. So the knees basically stack. I can't quite get them there. Coming into half Gomukhasana. If you feel comfortable coming into full Gomukhasana, feel free to. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, bow forward. Good, let's come all the way back up. And then we'll just give a little like cradle action to this right leg. So knee wide. I like to bring the right forearm kind of like behind the knee, hold the foot, and then just cradle side to side. Okay, we're gonna play with Ashtavakrasana. Bring the right shoulder underneath the right leg. So the right leg is basically gonna clamp onto the right arm. Place your hands down alongside your body. And then you press into the hands, send your butt back and your chest forward to lift the left leg. For Ashtavakrasana, you cross the left ankle over the right ankle, move the legs off to the right, and reach your heart forward. Whew, that's not the prettiest in the world for me. That's all right. We'll meet back in Dandasana. Play around with it as long as you want. Go ahead, bring your left knee to stack on top of the right with your heel kind of towards the butt for half Gomukhasana. Should feel that in the outer left hip. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow forward. Okay, let's come all the way back up. Bring the left knee nice and wide. Right hand holds onto the foot. And just sort of rock it side to side. All right, here we go, second side. Left arm goes underneath the leg so that the knee kind of clamps onto the upper arm. And place the hands down. And you press into the hands, send your butt back and your heart forward to lift the right leg. Right ankle goes on top of the left. Feet go off to the left. Heart reaches forward as the elbows squeeze in. That pose, it's not the best. Let's meet back in Dandasana. All right, lie down onto your back. Place your feet onto the mat with your knees up. And we'll take bridge pose. Lift the hips. Interlace the hands. And shimmy the shoulders under the body. Good. Press into the shoulders and the upper arms to lift the heart. Press into the heels to lift the hips. Okay, let's lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Let your knees kiss, feet wide. Rest your hands on your belly, close your eyes. I know I've been talking about the importance of having a block. If anything, you should have a block for supported bridge. It's like the nicest pose. If you have a bit more energy and you kind of are feeling a little bit rajastic, come on into wheel. If not, for supported bridge, I like to go about the middle height setting. That's what feels the most comfortable for me. And I just kind of find that place on the sacrum, kind of like right above the tailbone, where you feel supported. And let your palms face up alongside your body. And just let yourself be held here. Real heavy with the sacrum connecting to the block. Just let it soften down onto the block. And remove the block if you've got it. Lower yourself down onto the mat. And then we'll take one last twist here. I'm just gonna go hips to the left, knees to the right, with that L shape in the legs and the cactus shape in the arms. With every exhale, just try to soften a bit more into your twist. Good. Inhale back to center. And exhale, switch sides. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, Shavasana. And usually I have to fidget around a little first to find a comfortable place. And once you find a place you can be still, then work on complete and full relaxation. That real soft closing of the eyes, almost like they're almost like fluttering open, you know, that really soft close. And that heaviness to the low jaw, to the point where it unhinges. Let your body be held here. I know there's a lot of times distractions and noises and different things going on around us, but just let yourself have this time. Just for a minute or so. You deserve it. Shavasana. And take a deeper breath back into your body. And reach your arms behind you, point your toes, take a full body stretch. Good. Place your feet onto the mat and roll to one side. Just pausing there for a moment. Keeping your eyes closed and your head heavy. Use your top hand and press yourself up into a seat. Good. Bring your palms together. Sit tall through your spine and bow your chin. And take an inhale through your nose. Fill up your belly, your chest, and your throat. Pause there at the very top. Sip in a little bit more air. Lift your chin, open up your mouth. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. So nice, as always, to guide you all through yoga. Namaste. If you liked the video, please just give it a little like, maybe write a comment or something. And yeah, I post these videos once a week, so hope you guys are enjoying them.